Hey guys, what's going on? So clearly I'm pretty tired. I went to bed last night around 5, back up around 8, lost my voice. But got a fair bit of shit done last night. Got the old seat out, got the new seat brackets. I had to weld them. So they had to be flipped around. They originally sat, on the opposite side. So flipped those around to weld them. Had a problem getting a couple of bolts out, but I think I've got that figured out now. So hopefully these bolt back in, which will finish that job. We bolted up the rear diff last night, filled it full of fluid, so that's done. I got most of the stuff figured out with the 90-degree turn on the intake. There's a couple things we'll have to change, but nothing too crazy. We got the rest of the parts last night, so that's done. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Throttle cable actually lines up in there pretty well. So I've got to figure out what came off of there, block off the EGR, and extend the wiring for here and here. And then all we have left to do that is weld in the rad rack, and we should be done. Well, done for Niagara at least, and then the car will be going back to my place, and then a bunch of the other work that needs to get done will be getting done there. So might as well just get to it. All right, so where we sit currently, we've got the adapter plate in. We only have the one gasket, so we put just a bit of black RTV in there, not a ton, but obviously just to keep an airtight seal. Randy put in a new lower rad support because the one we had was closer to Swiss cheese than it was metal.
Yeah, it wasn't really anything.
No, it's pretty much non-existent.
Not that that was a whole ton better.
Well, you know what?
Start.
I think we're good, and as we put in intercooler piping, we'll brace it a bit more. So for turning this 90, all that really needs to be done is these wires need to be extended. These wires need to be extended, so we got 5 total. I've got to get the throttle cable sitting a little bit better. It kind of jams and kinks up, so that's a bit of an issue. What else do we need? A couple of vacuum lines. I've got the main vacuum line here. That's going to be a bit of a bitch. But I brought some with me that's relatively this size, so it should work. And then it's just intercooler piping, so we're looking all right. Fucking looking tired and dirty, but. And Randy's gonna take up some eBay aluminum.
Yay.
High hopes?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
High hopes.
I got high hopes.
High hopes.
High in the pie hope. Since my battery died, this is kind of how the intercooler is looking. So nice straight pipe in, down. This should fit the rad in there nicely too, which is good. The intercooler is sitting fairly centered. It's a touch off, but not by much.
3 inches, 4 inches.
Yeah. And then, so the pipe will kind of come up and over. We're good. I've got the one most depressing and frustrating thing ever, and that's that this plug needs to touch this plug like that, and I've got 4 inches or so. And I tried to see if I could get more out of the harness, but I can't. Yeah, always short a couple inches. So I now get to add more solder, more wiring. So car doesn't want to start. Could be some of the electrical that I had to extend. Could be a bunch of things. So these things are known for having spark issues. There's lots of things that could cause a no spark. It's definitely getting fuel, we know that, just not getting spark. So I'm gonna look into that. Randy's gonna finish up the intercooler stuff, and then I'm gonna pack up and head home, and Scott and I will continue work on this after. There's lots of stuff I still wanna get done, but the car's gonna be up on jack stands because the control arms and knuckles are gonna be going out to be modded for more angle. So we'll have plenty of time to work on the car where it can't run anyways. So yeah, I think that's the plan, just get it started, and Randy's gonna finish the intercooler piping. Okay, so I don't really timestamp these videos, but maybe I should, because I literally just recorded the last one, which was Randy's gonna finish the intercooler piping and I'm gonna get the car started. And car started, we came back, it literally just fired up first crank. Like I think, that wasn't even like a full rotation on the starter and it fired up. No, so.
It she just wanted some time.
It just wanted time alone. Yeah.
She just a little alone time.
Just like any woman.
Stop.
You know.
Stop getting your fingers all up in me.
Yeah, it's like any woman. Like once you've touched her for 3 solid days, keeping her up late at night, she just wants a little time to relax. She was a little gassy.
A little recoup time, yeah. She was a
little gassy. I just got a little bit more spark in her now.
That's right, this is totally happening.
Oh, it already happened.
Oh, that's happening.
This propane adds a certain je ne sais quoi.
Oh yeah. It's better tasting than acetylene, so.
I prefer the spiciness of nat gas.
It's also better than the plastic I burned, so.
I don't know, something about dead dinosaur that, you know, adds to this more. Got something on your chin there. I'm uncomfortably aroused. Okay, so Randy and I are just working. We've got essentially the entire intercooler layout done. It's now just kind of me being vain and Randy having to do more work. Sorry, buddy.
It's being nitpicky.
I'm kind of being a bit nitpicky. A little. It's not very often I get nitpicky. It's just symmetry. Right now, the way it sits, the intercooler's off center by about 4 inches. And since Mishimoto was so nice to give me these parts, I just want to make sure I kind of display them as properly as I can. So we're gonna just make a small adjustment to get it to sit a little more centered, and then I'm going to trim out the piece of the bumper so we can see that beautiful intercooler. Well guys, so there's the basic layout for our intercooler setup. Obviously we're trying to keep as little pipe as possible, but yeah, a couple of difficulties. Just trying to get it centered. There's really no way we can do it easily without going into some crazy custom work, but this is definitely a nice setup.
Nice and clean and
yeah,
simple.
Super clean, super simple. A couple things I'd like to change, and we'll get a bigger 90 for there eventually. That's just to space it out so we're not hitting on the alternator. Other than that, it's pretty much there.
Yep.
So I got a little bit of work to do when I get home.
Some clamps, some hangers.
Clamps, hangers, big broad that's going to run through the top. I think that's how we're going to mount it. It's probably the best bet. Yeah, and then obviously, you know, rad pretty much. There you go. Look at that. So much space in there. Oh, you know what we didn't think of? The fan shroud.
Fan shroud.
You know what? It'll
yeah,
clear. It'll clear.
Yeah, there's space.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pack up, throw the car on the trailer, head home. This bad boy will probably be getting unloaded as soon as I get home and torn into. But
Yeah.
good weekend, man. Appreciate all the help.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah. Oh yeah, it'll start. Easy now. It's gonna have a huge exhaust leak though.